All right, continuing on from the first video, looking at the check your understanding for example 5, it says how much principal. So again, the principal is going to be my unknown value, must be deposited in a 2-year, so that's 2 for time, in an account that pays 3 1/4. Now if you even say that out loud, 1/4, 1/4, is going to be 0.0325. Now don't be afraid to write that as a decimal first and then move it over. You don't need to do it all in one step. And it says to pay interest of $300. So again, remembering my I equals PRT, plugging all the values in, interest is 300 equals P, which I don't know, times the rate, which is 0.0325, times the number of years, which is 2. When I multiply these two out, I get P times 0.065 equals 300. If I divide both sides by the 0.065, I get that the principal here is $4,615.38. So that's my principal value. All right, for our next example, it says Derek had a bank account that paid 4.1 simple interest. So moving that over, it's 0.041. The balance is $910. So that means that's what's going into the account. It says when. So the second I see the question when, I know time is my question mark. That's my unknown. And it says when will the account grow to $1,000? Now many of you are going to be tempted just to, write $1,000 in here. But that would actually be completely incorrect. So we don't want to do that. It says that the account starts off at $910 and it wants it to grow up to $1,000. So you're looking at the difference, which is $90. Because $90 plus the 910, that will be what gets it to $1,000. So my interest is 90. Again, remembering my I equals PRT, I have 90 equals 910, which is the principal, times 0.041, which is the rate, times the time, which is what I don't know. When I multiply these two values together, I get 90 equals 37.31 times the time. Again, basic algebra problem. I'm going to subtract both sides, not subtract, I'm going to divide both sides by 37.31. And I end up with T equals 2.4 years. So it's going to take 2.4 years for it to actually clear the account, for it to earn $90. All right, please press pause and complete this. When you're done, press play, and we'll go through this one. All right, this one also, hopefully you picked up from the actual example that this one's a little tricky, just like the example was. It says, how long will it take $10,000, so that's my principal, to double? So if it's $10,000, $10,000 doubled would be that value times 2, which equals 20,000. And some of you will think, great, that's what the interest is. But no, it is when does it take that amount to double? So when is it going to grow to 20,000? So I started at 10,000. I want it to double or grow to 20,000. So the difference between the two is 10,000, and that's my interest. And it says that the interest is 0.11. Now some of you there, some of the students that I've had in the past, this is one very common mistake that I see students make, is they'll think that it's 0.011 because you're used to seeing that 0 in front or right next to the decimal. But if you'll remember, converting a percent to a decimal, it's as simple as moving the decimal over 2 places from where it originally was. So because this interest rate is 10 or more percent, when I move it over, it's going to be 0.11. And again, the question, how long? So I know time is my question mark. Plugging it in to my I equals PRT, I've got 10,000 equals 10,000 times 0.11 times the time. When I multiply 10,000 times 0.11, I actually get 1,100 times T equals $10,000. Last step to get T by itself is to divide both sides by $1,100. And I get that T equals 9.09 years. So we're looking at about 9 years and 1 month before $10,000 will double to $20,000. All right, moving on to the last example for this unit. It says Carrie invests $5,000, so that's my principal. And notice I'm writing it as I'm reading it. That way I can focus on the pertinent information. It's a simple interest account for 5 years, so my time is 5 years. It says what interest rate. Now the key word here being rate. So question mark goes in the rate. Must it be so that there is $6,000 in the account at the end of 5 years? Now again, be very careful and look at the wording of this question. It does not say that they earn $6,000 in interest. It says they want $6,000 in the account at the end of this period of time, or this 5 years. And it's starting out with $5,000. So it's looking to earn $1,000 in interest. Again, I equals PRT. Hopefully this is drilled into your head at this point. And my formula, I'll just plug in 1,000 equals 5,000 times the rate, which we don't know, times the time. Now when I multiply these two values together, I get 25,000 times the rate equals 1,000. I'm going to divide both sides by 25,000. And I get R equals 0.04. If I then take the decimal and move it over, because now I'm turning a decimal into a percent, so I'm going to move 2 to the right, I get that the rate equals 4%. All right, final you do for this particular chapter. Go ahead and press pause, complete this. When you're ready, press play, and we'll finish it out. All right, Marco deposits $500 into a 2.5-year simple interest account. He wants to earn $200 in interest. What interest rate must the account pay? So hopefully that's what you have for your values of I, P, R, and T. Let's plug it in. 200 equals 500 times the rate times the time. Now, 500 times 2.5 gives me 1,250 times the rate equals the $200, which is the interest. Finally, I'm going to divide both sides by 1,250. And I get a rate of 0.16. Again, moving the decimal over. it would be a rate of 16% to earn $200 on $500 in a 2.5 year period. Good job.